Welcome back into the mid-Norfolk garden. We're going to do another update and walk around this garden. Kate's going to join me in just 1 minute. We've got so much changing here and coming out at the moment. Almost on a daily basis, we're getting new flowers opening, and these Siberian irises are what's popped today. Just look at these. Planted opposite a self-seeded, lovely clump of Oxeye daisy. Combination with the foxgloves just behind them. Spires of white and purple, again with mixed plantings of oxeyes coming up, and then just at the base of them that lovely little clump of chives doing so well. And behind it, in the old vegetable garden, again we've got plantings coming through with more foxgloves just coming up in front of their tabor is on the far wall down at that level of the vegetable garden. Let's have a walk around here, see what else is coming up. Kate's with me.
Oh wow, look at these. Oh my goodness, they weren't in flower yesterday.
Yeah, they're just starting now, aren't they?
They're wonderful, making wonderful cut flower.
Yeah. Is this Syrinchiums?
Helicopter.
Yeah, let's just stop till the helicopter comes over. Better, the helicopter's passed overhead.
This bit of the garden's in the shade at this time of day.
Just behind the shade.
So it may not actually come out very well on camera, to be fair.
Tree there on our boundaries. Let's just have a look down here, see what we've got coming. Lupins coming through here. Lovely clump of foxgloves. Just coming into blossom and looking back towards the barn. The long effect through these borders is really coming into its own now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Two roses planted either side of the barn opening are... What's your favourite rose? Pink one?
Can't remember, sorry. Sorry. I love the blue iris there, the Egyptian iris. Incredible.
We call it Egyptian. Siberian.
Oh, Siberian. Why do we call it Egyptian?
I've grown up calling them Egyptian irises, I don't know why.
Look at the peonies. Oh my goodness.
Just budding up. And again, much more peony to come on in this underplanting of the roses, which again is just starting to come into flower. Should probably walk around the other side and have a look at those. This is the old vegetable garden. It's just been used to grow things on. This is where we moved a lot of the irises from, the bearded irises that were planted out in here.
We haven't planted much in here this year because a digger's going to be coming in shortly, so we didn't want to put much in, but it's mainly wildflowers that are just self-seeded.
A lot of wildflowers, some herbaceous, started some irises along the foreground, haven't we? Which we're probably going to remove this feverfew and the oxeye to further back into that border and allow this run of iris to come along. Should be fantastic long view down there as it comes through.
I'm getting a bit cold. I think we need to go somewhere warmer.
Okay, let's go and find some sun. Come back through.
Oh wow, look at the buds. Look at these. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful.
It's just you, isn't it?
It's gorgeous though, the way it's shooting. It's lime green
on it. Very catching for a short period of time.
Ah, lovely. Next year's Christmas decorations.
Planting a huge great beech.
Oh wow, look at this.
On the other side, copper beech coming in. Lovely, the colour coming through. It's the evening sun just coming through. This long border looking quite subdued at this moment, isn't it?
It is looking quite boring really, isn't it?
Not a lot, just a little sprinkling of Campion.
Bird singing his little heart.
Spike of euphorbia just poking out in the foreground.
Come and have a look at this beautiful geranium.
Lovely, one of Kate's favourite little...
Very tiny.
Very subtle little geranium.
I was going to touch it, but it's actually covered in bees.
Just look at them. Be careful, because they are just working that really heavily in this evening sunshine.
Look over here.
Big bank of Astrantia.
It's a nice subtle one.
Got a beautiful red one to show you in a bit in the new planting of the garden, but this is a sort of white with green tips, very subtle, holding its own here in what is usually quite a shady part of the garden underneath a very large old apple tree, which is...
Look at the roses started.
Is Paul's Himalayan musk, which runs through this apple tree.
It's doing really well.
And usually fills this corner of the garden with scent for about 3 or 4 weeks. Plenty more rose blossom to come on in here. We've got Generous Gardener. Don't know what that little one is.
I don't know what that one is. I must have planted it.
Yeah.
It's still got its label on.
I very much doubt it. It's down there, the stem.
It might be quite a recent planting, that.
Could be one that's just been healed in.
Oh, look at that. Is that Paul's Himalayan musk again? I think
that's
it is.
Himalayan musk. It does run.
It's incredible.
I have reduced it along here to try and give the generous gardener a bit more light.
Ooh, look at this. Is this Mannington purple?
No, it's not.
Very pretty.
Mannington purple's much later flowering than this. Nowhere near out yet.
Oh, my peonies are about to...
Lovely load of buds.
Peonies about to open.
Just showing some colour.
Look at that.
It's going to be spectacular. It's probably a...
Oh, I can't remember the name. Begins with there's a B involved.
Not sure which one it is. We've got
Sarah Bernhardt.
Sarah Bernhardt. I don't know whether that is Sarah Bernhardt. There's so many different varieties planted here.
I'd like to take you to see my beautiful Candelabra primula, so
Okay.
I think we should pause and just pop over there.
Let's do that.
Well, I spotted these in the garden centre last week and I just couldn't resist them. The colour against the barns was perfect. They're quite tricky to grow. They don't like full sun and they need a lot of moisture because they're actually designed to grow around ponds. If they dry out, they tend to shrivel up and die, although you can rehydrate them. So these are sat in this container with some water in the bottom and they're very, very happy there. They get the sun in the evening, but the rest of the day they're mainly in shade.
You've got some others over here, haven't you? One that I think we've
That one?
had growing here for a couple of years, haven't we?
Yes. I don't know. I think what happened, I think the rose was in there originally, and then I think the candelabra seeded in there from another one I had.
A bit of geranium self-seeded in there as well. We did find one year these did seed out into the gravel around the
but then we had a building site.
But then this area's been
Golly, look at that.
re-gravelled and re-dug up.
Look at the honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle's going to be very good on the back of this barn.
That was cut down to the
Still a
ground.
bit of a building site in the far distance, as you can see.
That was literally cut down to the ground when we did the building project.
Yep, and a new trellis put on. So looking good. And we've got a little video we're going to put up of what's in the garden centres locally. We've been out shopping this afternoon. This is what we've come back with. What have you got in the bucket, Kate?
Some herbs. And actually I must get them out of soak. And these beautiful little dianthus, which I'm going to put in my tubs, I think. Although
they're flowering beautifully, aren't they?
Yes. I need to get them out of soak or they're going to get too wet. And these herbs.
Variegated sage.
That one?
Oh, a variegated lemon balm.
It's beautiful. I've never seen that before. And what was the other one? In fact, that was on a theme. Apple mint.
Apple mint.
So they're all variegated. I haven't got any of these, so I thought these would be a really good addition to my herb garden.
Go out, and the dianthus will just get popped out in the tubs in the courtyard.
I need to take them out of soak so they don't get too waterlogged.
Another Candelabra primula. Was that a purchase or is that one that we've had around?
No, that's one we already had. We need to find a nice metal.
Rehydrated it because we keep on finding it completely wilted. And this is one of my purchases from the garden centre this afternoon, which I just couldn't resist. I wish this was smell-o-vision because this is just the most incredible double white Philadelphus called Snowbells.
Beautiful.
Which should grow to around 1.6 metres.
Just got to find a space now.
The scent of it is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, look at this.
And you just fell for that, didn't you?
Oh.
That was expensive, £20.
Whoa, I didn't realise it was that expensive.
That is very expensive clematis.
I better not kill it.
Better not.
Best show this. This is rescued.
Yeah, plant rescue. Not from the garden centre. We've been doing a bit of gardening in our son's garden this afternoon and he was removing this rather sorry looking thyme, which I think is looking that way because it was just cut back too hard.
Over-pruned it. Yeah, definitely.
So still a little bit of life in it, but whether it will make a decent plant ever again or not, my advice was to compost it. But Kate's going to see if that can be resuscitated.
I think we'd better stop there now because it's getting quite a long video and I think I need to go and put a jumper on.
You've missed the best bit of the garden.
Oh, well maybe we'll have to make a part 2.
Come and join
Ted
us
wants
for
his dinner.
part 2.
Look, he says, feed me.
Yeah, the miserable looking poodle is being ignored completely. So we'll end there and do join us for part 2.